Welcome to Scotland, the land where the scenery is stunning, wild camping is legal, and the most dangerous animals I'm likely to encounter are these guys. Should make for a good time, right? The only catch is, this is my first big solo trip in years, and I have a feeling there may be a growing pain or two along the way. I may have made an error in judgment. Scotland is a place full of rich history, incredibly kind people, and access to wild nature. It was the first place I ever bike toured back in 2019 when I cycled from Scotland to Croatia. But since that first trip, I've traveled with my partner or done a couple small local trips on my own. I've been feeling the itch to build up more experience bikepacking solo, and Scotland felt like the perfect place to do that, especially for addressing one of my biggest fears with adventuring on my own. I'm feeling a mixture of excitement and anxiety this morning. Excitement because I'm heading towards Glencoe, which is an incredibly beautiful area in Scotland that I've wanted to visit for a long time. Anxiety because the first couple days of my trip, I was lucky enough to stay with a couple of Warm Showers hosts, and right now I'm at a campground. But my route for the next few days doesn't have many resources, few if any campgrounds or hostels or anything like that, which means that I'm going to need to wild camp, which is something I feel comfortable enough doing with my partner, but I have never gotten comfortable doing it solo. But I'm just gonna take my time and trust that when it comes to wild camping, I'll figure it out. So let's get on the road. Scotland felt like the right place to tackle my fears of solo wild camping because it's actually legal here. The reason behind this is deep-rooted in Scottish history. Devastating actions in the 18th and 19th century, like the Highland clearances, forced people off their lands and turned common land into private property for the wealthy few. More recently, there's been a push to bring access to the beautiful wilds of Scotland back to the people. Under the Scottish Outdoor Access Code, everyone has the right to be on most land for recreational purposes so long as they act responsibly. This is my understanding as a visitor, but I'll leave links for more official info below. I just met this lovely group of cyclists and they got me a coffee, and now I am so energized. I feel like I could ride forever. A few people from the UK and Scotland specifically now have told me that a lot of people think I'm coming to Scotland in July and August, but that actually May is secretly the best time because it tends to be drier, which, I mean, holy cow, it's been gorgeous. Also, less crowds and beautiful flowers out. Now, this is one of Scotland's sunniest springs on record, so your mileage may vary, but a few sources I found do indeed state the best weather is in April and May. I feel like Kamut is going a little rogue right now. Had me go through this back way and now I'm on a golf course. Take it a little further and see if it's okay. I guess at least I have a helmet if there are any stray balls. Fly balls? Stray balls. Fly balls? Loose balls. Have you ever had that thing where you have a big climb ahead of you and it's like getting late and you're like, do I camp or do I do the hill today so I don't have to do it tomorrow? It's 5 o'clock. Great thing about Scotland is the sun doesn't set until late, until probably like after 9 today. So I can do it time-wise. Can I do it energy-wise? Well, let's try. I keep climbing and climbing and climbing. The more I climb, the more I realize I'm going to have to keep climbing because there is no flat ground to camp on in sight. I'm starting to get just a little worried. I think I'm almost at the top of this climb, and it looks like there's a lake up ahead. So maybe there'll be some flat surfaces around there, because there is nothing so far. What is it about the human brain that as soon as I get to a view like this, I forget everything that just happened? That was so exhausting and felt like it would never end. And then I get up here and I'm like, hour of suffering to see this for a few minutes? Worth it. Absolutely. I really gotta find a camp spot though. I journey onwards on the quest for a campsite until a new challenge presents itself. For the first time ever, I've found a gate in Scotland that's actually locked. Normally, you just have to open them. But I can see people wild camping on the other side. So I think it might just be a matter of awkwardly taking everything off my bike and getting everything to the other side. It feels wrong to hop a fence, but because I'm not a motorized vehicle, and I'm of course going to be respectful while I'm here, I think I'm okay to cross. If I've misunderstood the outdoor access code though, Scots, please correct me. I feel like the wild camping gods have shone upon me. I just passed 3 people solo wild camping, so I know I'm in good company. I know the road is closed, so no cars are gonna come by. And there's cute sheep everywhere. I could not ask for better conditions to start building back my confidence wild camping. I make the unfortunate discovery in the night that a tent flapping in the wind sounds a lot like human footsteps. But in the morning, I'm reaffirmed what all the wild camping fuss is about. Getting to wake up and cycle in a place as wild and solitary as this, it's definitely worth pushing through some fears. Heave ho! 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 Let's go. Since I've done so well facing one fear, maybe it's time for another. Please send me your mountain biking tips, because currently, I swear, I hate going down this type of terrain more than I would dislike going up it. I have let some pressure out of my tires, and I'm just gonna take it easy. Whoa. Okay. Stop braking so much, Sheila. Stop braking so much. I can't. I'm too scared. Relax. And go. Sometimes the idea of falling and hurting myself when I'm alone in a remote place scares me. But then I think, I could also slip and hit my head in the shower and die. And in one of those scenarios, I'm naked. The only life I see for miles are sheep. I'm thrilled. But unfortunately, their instincts all too often are to run terrified into the road in front of me.
No, you don't have to. Okay, that seems unhelpful. But okay, guys, I'm not trying to chase you. You're just running in the same direction as me. Now, see, we're just going to do this all over again. There you go. That's it. I got this.
I thought that was going to be scary, but it was actually mostly quite fun in the end. After seeing next to no one all day, I join up with the West Highland Way, a popular hiking trail walked by tens of thousands of people each year.
So awkward. Could I be more awkward?
I just found a little hotel that I was able to fill up my water at and grab a San Pellegrino, which was very invigorating. And I passed a bunch of people wild camping kind of all in this area along the river, and there was room for me, but I was like, no, I need to challenge myself and push myself to go a little more outside my comfort zone. Sorry friends, I think I was a little high on San Pellegrino here and not explaining myself very well. What I mean is, camping near other wild campers felt too easy. I wanted to find a more remote spot. Okay, back to my soda ramblings. Last night was outside my comfort zone, now I need the next step outside my comfort zone. Plus, the sun is setting, I have my first stretch of paved road all day, so I'm just gonna cruise for a bit. Oh, sweet, sweet Sheila. Of course, if you make a decision like that, the pavement will almost immediately end. I'm realizing now, I may have made an error in judgment because I'm realizing that I'm on the West Highland Way. So it's not as though I'm gonna find some magical wild camp spot that hikers aren't aware of. After that last time I mentioned, I passed a few more like little groups of hikers camping in like little plots of grass. There'd be like a bunch of tents in like a plot of grass. And I was like, not for me. And I thought I was gonna be so clever and find some secret, amazing wild camp spot. And I might not. I might not. But I got a few hours before sunset, so I gotta find somewhere. Let's go. That feels pretty marshy. And buggy. Two hours later, I find a cozy little spot for the night. There are hikers camped around, but I feel at peace around my fellow outdoor lovers. The remote solo camps will come. For now, I'll take comfort in the company. I slept so long I kinked my neck. If that's not a sign I'm getting better at this wild camping thing, I don't know what is. It's a beautiful sunny day. The conditions could not be more perfect. But this trail is not an easy one for me. This road is tough on a fully loaded bike. And with my skill level, we're still working on it. Oh, and I'm out of water. And I can't find any streams that I can get to use my water filter. I'm just thirsty, and I'm tired, and my bike's heavy, and this road's really hard. But it is beautiful. We just keep riding and problem solve along the way. And just like that, one of my needs is answered. Oh yeah, that's good. I just realized that I left my second bottle on top of my bike and didn't put it in a holder, and then clearly as soon as I took off, it fell. I only made it partway to where I was going, and this kind man was like, "Is this yours?" Yay! Trail magic. Honestly, at this rate, the hikers are moving faster than me. At this point, put me on a highway. Speedy, speedy highway. Cars everywhere. No, I don't mean it, but this is very tiring. I feel very jostled about. My hands are very tired from braking so hard. But after many hours of awkward maneuvering and hike-a-biking, the jaw-dropping mountains of Glencoe come into view. It may have had its hurdles, but the last few days have proved to me once more that on the other side of my fears is a pretty rad time adventuring on my own. Guys, I did it! I did it! A huge thank you to my patrons who make videos like this one possible. To support the channel and get exclusive bonus videos, check out Patreon.